reasoning, where you have to put bit of logic and bit of reasoning. Okay, so the combination, a mixture of two things. It's a mixture of two things, logic and reasoning. Do you know how to apply logics? You know, na? Yes or no? You know how to apply logics? Whenever your parents ask you to do something, you start applying logics to why it should not be done, na? Yes or no? You do that?
Yes,
You do that, na? Yes or no? You start applying logics, na, to why it should not be not done.
yes, ma'am.
Do you apply logics to why it should be done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, then you're a good child. Okay, and you have lots of reasons also for not doing tasks, na? Yes or no? So same you have to do over here. A bit of your logics, bit of your reasoning. Okay, that's logical reasoning, but in a positive aspect. Okay, so logical reasoning. What's logical reasoning? Logical reasoning is very important for children, okay? Because the first and foremost thing that it helps us do is it builds our confidence. When we step into logical reasoning, what happens? We take decisions properly. We are a good speaker. We are bit more confident comparatively. Okay, it boosts our inner confidence. That boosts our creativity, our thinking ability. Okay, and obviously it's very useful in our day-to-day life. It's very useful in our day-to-day life. Okay. Now, logical reasoning. Logical reasoning is not just stuck to one particular thing. Logical reasoning is not just stuck to one particular thing. Can you see so many heads over here? My screen is visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So logical reasoning comprises of many subtopics depending on your platform, like platform as in which grade you are into or which course are you doing into. Depending on that, there are various topics and subcategories of logical reasoning. Okay? Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So over here, we have analytical reasoning. We have analytical reasoning. We have blood relationships. We have coding, decoding. We have coding. We have coding, decoding. Okay. We have cubes and dice over here. You know what's cubes and dice? What's a cube and dice? What is a cube or a dice? What's a cube or dice? Anyone? What is a dice, Shalini?
Ma'am, I don't have an idea about it.
You don't know what's a dice? You have studied it in Ludo? You played Ludo, sorry, not studied.
I
You have
have.
played Ludo?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you use a dice over there
Yes, ma'am.
to get your turns? So that's a dice.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes,
As an
ma'am.
example of cube, na? You have learned about 3D shapes, cubes, cuboids, all those.
Yes, ma'am.
So cube, what is a cube? Six-sided figure, na? Yes or no?
Cube is
Yes.
a 3D shape.
3D shape, which is six-faced. Six-faced, isn't it? So
Yes, ma'am.
cubes and dice, direction sense as in using the directions, figuring out the directions, north, west, south, east, and so on. Okay. Dot situation and paper folding, embedded figures. Embedded figures are like figures one inside other, embedded within. Mathematical reasoning, we have a bit of BODMAS, you can say. Okay. You know what's BODMAS? Mirror image you have, like what would be the mirror image to something, the reflection. You have patterns, you have ranking, you have Venn diagrams. Okay. Many topics. So for our demo, the topics that we have chosen today is a very interesting one, blood relationships. We have chosen two topics for you. First is the blood relationships. What is blood relationship? What's a blood relationship? Hello, Gurunath. Can you please turn on your camera? Good evening. What's blood relation? Shalini, what's blood relation? Aryan, what's blood relation? Okay. There are two types of blood relationships. Okay. The ones which are immediate. Okay. Ones which are immediate, like your father, mother. The ones extended family, which we call off. Okay. All are blood relationships only. So blood relationships are defined as the relationship between two individuals. It's defined. Hello, Gurnath. Good evening. Your name is Gurnath.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. In which grade are you?
I'm in 6th class. I'm about to come in 7th.
Okay. So we have just started with our first topic, blood relationships for the logical reasoning. Okay. The question, the first definition of blood relationship, our topic says it's the relationship between two individuals that is defined by the virtue of birth rather than any other reason. That means the relationships that you automatically inherit when you take birth. For example, when you are born, when a baby is or a child is born, okay, does he or she have the privilege to choose the parents or grandparents or siblings? Do we have that privilege to choose our parents or grandparents? No, na? No, na? But when you are born, do you have friends from the day one?
No, ma'am.
No, na. Slowly and gradually, when you grow, when you go to schools, when you go to tuitions or any other classes, you make friends over there, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct? Yes. So that's the difference. So when the relationships that are gifted to us by God itself, God Himself, okay, the relationships that God has gifted us Himself, we don't choose them, they are blood relationships. They are by the virtue of our birth. We don't have the privilege of choosing, okay? Whereas friends or like many other relationships, for example, let's say husband-wife relationship, they are chosen, okay? When people grow up, they choose their partners, isn't it? We choose our friends, we choose our partners. So that's not blood relationship directly. The husband wife again comes into blood relation, but friends are not our blood relation. Okay, you don't fall when you are asked to draw family tree. I'm pretty sure you have drawn family tree at some point of time in any of the projects. So do you
Yes.
draw friends over there? No, no, no. So this is blood relationship. There's a father, there is a mother, their extended family, their children, children to their children, what we call grandchildren, partners to their children, like let's say my daughter's husband. That would be a blood relationship for me. Okay, that way, like your parents, children, husband or wife, whoever it may be. Okay, they're all into blood relationship. So wife and son, or son's wife, or daughter's husband, their children, son and daughter. All of these are, or the cousins, the uncles and aunts. The uncles and aunts may be maternal or paternal. Maternal means from the mother's family, like mother's family means mother's brother or mother's sister. Okay, that's maternal relationships. And paternal means what? Your father's family, isn't it? Isn't it? Like your
Yes.
father's sister or father's brother or father's father is your paternal grandfather, like that. All these family, extended family falls under blood relationship. Okay, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what are
Yes,
the
ma'am.
types of blood relationship? What are the types of blood relationship? The one is like not types as in types of blood relations that exist. Over here, types means the types of questions that come up when you talk of blood relationships as a topic, okay? There are two types. One which is introducing questions. One which is introducing questions, okay? Let's say today we are here, isn't it? Let's say tomorrow somehow we end up meeting on the road somewhere. Let's say I meet Shalini somewhere. Okay, I met Shalini tomorrow morning somewhere in the middle of the road. She's going to school. So what will she do? She'll point towards me. Maybe her friend is along. She'll point towards me and say, "Na, she's the one who took our demo class." Like this. Like this we introduce, na? Yes or no?
Yes,
She's
ma'am.
the one who stood first in the class. You introduce like this to each other, na, to your friends or to family. So that's called introducing questions. Okay? Like I'm the speaker. There is one more person, the second person along with me, and I am introducing a third person to that second person. Okay? So that's called introducing questions. In between of a conversation, we are introducing each other. Okay? Or a third person. Okay, Gurunath? Aryan, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And family tree. Family tree is the one just now you saw in the previous slide. The family tree questions means where a tree is drawn or a picture is depicted or in form of statement only, okay? The relationship is given between two family members, okay? So that's the family tree questions, okay, all of you?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, example. First one we have on the introducing relationship example. See, pointing to a lady, listen carefully, okay? Pointing to a lady, that means lady is the third person over here who is being introduced via conversation, okay? Rahul said, she is the wife of my mother's father's grandchild. She is the wife of my mother's father's grandchild. In English, have you learnt of speeches, direct and indirect speech? Yes or no?
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No, direct speech and indirect speech. This statement is in direct speech or indirect speech?
Indirect.
This is indirect. Huh? Is this indirect speech or direct speech?
Indirect speech.
Okay. So in such questions, what do you have to do? Can you see a pronoun over here? There are two actually in the statement between the inverted commas. Can you see pronouns over there? There are two pronouns. What are they?
Ma'am, mothers and father.
My and she, isn't it? They are pronouns, na? You can help me, please. I'm not that good in English. I'm a mathematics and a logical reasoning teacher. I'm speaking correct or not? I might call pronoun as adjective, adjective as adverb, and so on. You have to guide me. Come on. You're grown-ups. Did I point the pronoun correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So my motive over here, whenever you get such questions, your motive is just to figure out the pronoun that is used for the speaker. First, point out the pronoun used for the speaker. What's the pronoun used for the speaker? My. Isn't it? Okay. This my is for whom? Rahul, na? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Rahul saying she is the wife of my mother's father. That means Rahul's mother, her father. Rahul's mother's father is who? Rahul's grandfather, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Rahul's mother's father is Rahul's grandfather. Okay. Now, his only grandchild, Rahul's mother's father's only grandchild. That means Rahul's grandfather's only grandchild. Who will be Rahul's father's only grandchild? Rahul himself. If there is only one grandchild, it has to be Rahul, na? Because he is Rahul's grandfather. So it has to be no other than Rahul. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So Rahul's mother's father's only grandchild. That means Rahul himself. Now, the lady to whom Rahul is pointing, she is wife. So she is wife to whom? She is wife to the grandchild. That means she is wife to Rahul.
Cool.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So how is she related to Rahul? The lady is the wife of Rahul. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So the trick behind solving this might sound like when others are doing now, it might sound easy, but you have to use a lot of your brain, okay? Mental exercise is very important in blood relationships. It's so twisted now, fathers, mothers, grandchild, isn't it? They could have said no directly also. But no, they want you to use your brain so that you develop your confidence, okay? So the trick behind solving is always point out, always pick the pronoun used for the speaker first. Okay? And proceed from there. The question becomes very simple. Okay, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Arjan,
Yes, ma'am.
Shalini, Gurunath, okay? Anyone having any confusion can come up, please. No? Okay, good. Next is a family tree question. Next is a family tree question. Okay? See, Suzanne is the daughter of Alice. Suzanne is the daughter of Alice. So Alice, Suzanne is the daughter. Okay? Let me tell you, there are few symbols used when you are drawing family tree. Ahead, I'll show you those symbols. So, Suzanne is the daughter of Alice. Good. Michael is husband to Alice. So Michael is husband. So Alice and Michael are husband wife. They are spouse to each other. Okay. That means if Suzanne is Alice's daughter, she's Michael's daughter also, no? Correct? Alice and Michael are parents to Suzanne. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now the question reads, Alice is daughter of Robert. Alice is daughter of Robert. That means who is Suzanne to Robert? Grandchild, na? Mother's father. No, not father or mother. We don't know that. The gender is not mentioned. Okay. Daughter of Robert. That means Alice is mother. Robert is who? Either grandfather or grandmother. Most probably the name suggests grandfather, but we don't assume the relation, gender, sorry. Okay. So who is Suzanne to Robert? Granddaughter. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, the symbols that I was talking of, the symbols, these are the genetic symbols that are used when you solve the family tree questions. For females, you use a oval or a circle. Okay. Like in the previous question, we circled Alice and Suzanne, isn't it? Because it was mentioned they are daughters, correct? Michael was said to be the husband, so males are squared. We knew Michael's gender, so we squared him, boxed him up. Okay. Married couples are symbolized using two lines. That is why over here, see Alice and Michael using two lines, they are symbolized. They are related using two lines, two parallel lines. Okay. Siblings, for example, let's say I tell you X and Y are brothers and sisters. So I'll draw one single line, one connecting line. That symbolizes the relationship that they are siblings. Two lines symbolizes that they are married. One symbolizes they are sibling. And a vertical line symbolizes the generation gap, like from one generation to next. Okay. That is why over here, Robert to Alice was once vertical line. Alice to Suzanne was another vertical line. Okay. Did you understand the genetic symbols?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone any confusion? A very important note, you never assume the genders. You never assume values or you never assume relationships or genders. Few tips and tricks that are involved when you are solving blood relations. Consider me as the introducing person. Because obviously me I use for myself, na? The first person, it's a first person pronoun, isn't it? You never predict the gender. Only son or only daughter does not, only son or only daughter does not mean only child. Let's say, I say there is one person, one man, Okay, Mr. X. He has 2 daughters and 1 son. Okay. So I'll say that Mr. X has only son. That does not mean only child. He might have daughters. Okay. Only son means 1 son. That does not indicate that there are no daughters. But only child means that there is no other person, no other child. Only child means only 1 child to his or her parent. Single child, no siblings. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is it confusing? Do you find this boring? Are you liking it? Huh? Aryan, Shalini, Gurunad, are you liking it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that's how blood relation questions are solved. So can you solve this one for me? Let's see who can solve faster. Rocky's mother is the only daughter of Monica's father. Rocky's mother is the only daughter of Monica's father. How is Monica's husband related to Rocky? Yes?
No.
Yes, Aryan?
Um,
Rocky's mother. Come on. What happened? This is very easy. Rocky's mother is the only daughter of Monica's father. How is Monica's husband related to Rocky?
Mom, I think so. It's brother. See.
See, brother. Okay. Gurnath, what do you think? What's the answer?
Option C.
Okay. Shalini, what do you think? Hello, Nishit.
Option C, ma'am.
Let's go reverse. Monica's father's only daughter. Who do you think she should be? Monica's father's only daughter is who? Who is Monica's father only daughter?
Mom, mother of Rocky.
Monica's father's only daughter. Who is she?
Monica.
Monica. Good. Monica herself is Monica's father's only daughter, na? Let's say I say Aryan is the only son of Aryan's father. Who is he? Aryan himself, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So Monica's father's only daughter is Monica, na? She is no other than Rocky's mother. Is the only daughter. So Monica is the mother to Rocky. Yes or no? Monica is mother to Rocky, na?
Yes,
Say
ma'am.
yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
So Monica's husband will be who to Rocky? If Monica is mother to Rocky, Monica's husband is who? Your mother. Come on, say. How is your mother's husband related to you? Who is he to you?
Ma'am, father.
Father. So, if Monica is mother, Monica's husband is no other than father, na?
Yes,
So, how is Monica's husband related to Rocky? He is father to Rocky. Okay?
yes, ma'am.
Okay? This shows you
Ma'am.
did not use your brains. You did not do the mental exercise properly, isn't it? So, see, logical reasoning helps you do this only. You're able to think more versatile, okay? So,
Okay.
father, that's the answer. Okay? Now think wisely. Do this one. Think wisely. Do this one. A is the father of X. B is mother of Y. Sister of X and Z are Y. Which of the following is definitely not true? Shalini, let's start with you this time. Which of the following is definitely not true? Arya and Shalini Gurunal. Come on. Let's draw it together. A is father of X. A is father, so male. Correct? I draw it in square. Gender gap. X is the child. We don't know the gender of X. So, one vertical line. Correct? B is mother of Y. B is mother. That means lady. Generation gap. Y over here. We don't know gender of Y. Okay? One vertical line downwards depicting the relation. Next. Sister of X and Z is Y. That means X, Y, and Z, they are all siblings. Correct? Now, sister of X and Z is Y. That means Y is the sister. So, Y is the sister, so female, so circle. We don't know X and Z. X and Z may be sisters, one girl, one boy, both boys. We don't know that, right? Because it's not said what is X and Z. Correct? So, this is the family tree. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, which is definitely not true? B is mother of Z. That's true. That might be true because it's not said they are direct siblings or cousins. Okay, so that might be true, might not be true because B is related to Y. B is mother to Y, so B can be mother to Z also, na? So this is definitely not true. We cannot say. Might be true, might not be true. X is sister of Z. X is sister of Z. X is sister of Z. Might be again true, might not be true because we don't know the gender of X, isn't it? Might be sister, might be brother. X can be a girl or a boy. Y is the son of A. Can Y be the son? It said Y is daughter. Isn't it? Y is a female, na? So can Y be the son? No. So this is definitely not true. So option 3 is the answer. Understood? That's definitely not true. That's not possible. It's mentioned Y is the daughter. Okay, all of you? So this is how you solve. Understood, Shalini, Aryan, Gurunan?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
One more introducing question. Introducing a man, a woman says, his wife is the only daughter of my father. My means whose father? The woman, the speaker's father, isn't it? Woman's father, na? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Woman's father, only daughter. That means the woman herself. Correct? Only daughter is the woman herself, na? His wife is the only daughter. That means the man's wife is no other than the only daughter of my father. That means me, myself. That means I am the man's wife. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
His wife is the only daughter of my father. My father's only daughter is who? Me, myself. And I am no other than his wife. So the man is my husband. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So
Yes,
how is
ma'am.
the man related to the woman? Man is the husband to that woman. Option D is the answer. Did you understand?
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
not difficult. It's very interesting. The only trick that beholds the question is you just need to pick the pronoun of the speaker and proceed. That's the only trick. Okay? You practice your 4 questions of this pattern, you excel. Before that, it might seem confusing. Okay? Okay. Our next topic, we have chosen 2 topics. Our next topic is analytical reasoning. Over here, what happens is we need to discover or figure out the patterns. And over here in such chapters, we usually count the number of triangles, squares, rectangles, circles, and so on. So basically we count the number of shapes provided into figures. Okay. So just giving you an overview over here, what happens, there are some formulas. When you get into the depth, when you go authentically into the chapter, there are formulas engaged. Okay. Out of our noviceness, what we do? Suppose in your early childhood, you got questions. What you used to do? You used to start counting the shapes, isn't it? But as in when you grow, there are reasons. We are doing logical reasoning now, so we have to do it more practically. Okay. So there are few types. The first type is you have to count triangles within the squares, rectangles, or any quadrilateral. So in such cases, what you do, you just count them along the diagonals. Along the diagonals. For example, let's say over here in the first image, along the diagonals, how many triangles are formed? 1, 2, 3, and 4 triangles formed now. Isn't it? 4 blocks are there, 4 different parts are there. You just double it. You just double it. 4 twos are 8 triangles. The formula says if any quadrilateral is segregated along diagonals and there are triangles formed, what do you do? You count the blocks and double them. For example, over here in the second one, sorry. Oh, just a second, sorry. Okay. So over here, as I was telling you, in the second figure, what you have to do, see, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 blocks are there. So double 16. Okay. Why you are doubling? Do you know that? Because see, over here 4 were there now. Joining 2 also will form a triangle. Yes or no? These two, 5. Joining these two would form another triangle. 6. Vice versa, joining these two would form this triangle and these two this triangle. So 8 triangles form now. So individually they are 1, 1 and joining 2, 2 also there are. So you simply double them. Understood? This is type 1.
Is there a rule like only we should be multiplied with only like double?
Yeah.
Or
In that particular type, where a quadrilateral is segregated by diagonals, bisected along diagonals. Okay? Only that one. The type 2 says when a triangle is bisected along vertex, what you do? The number of triangles are n multiplied to n plus 1 divided by 2, the whole divided by 2, where n stands for the number of parts. For example, in the first one, how many parts do you have? 2 parts now. So in place of n, simply place 2. 2 into 2 plus 1 is 3 divided by 2. 2 cancel, that means 3 triangles. Okay. In the second figure, how many parts? 1, 2, 3, and 4 parts are there. So 4 into 4 plus 1, that's 5, divided by 2. 2 times is 4, 5 into 2, 10 triangles are here. Understood? So when a triangle is bisected along the vertex, what you do? You simply put this formula. The number of parts multiplied to number of parts plus 1 whole divided by 2. Okay? Okay? I don't expect you to remember all of this, but I hope you're understanding the concept. Obviously, in one go, you cannot remember and keep everything in mind. Are you understanding it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, when it is not bisected vertically along the vertex, but bisected using horizontal lines, then what you do? You simply count the number of horizontal lines to find out the number of triangles. For example, over here, 1 and 2 lines, so 2 triangles. Over here, 1, 2, and 3 lines, so 3 triangles. Okay. Simply, you are counting the number of horizontal lines. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, when it is bisected both ways, along horizon also and along the vertex also, then what to do? Then this is the formula. for the number of triangles. N multiplied to M multiplied to N plus 1 whole divided by 2. Where N is the number of vertical parts, just like you did in type 2. M is the number of horizontal parts, you did in type 3. Combining them over here, type 4. For example, how many vertical parts? 1 and 2. So N is 2. Okay, 2. And N plus 1 would be 3. Okay, now what's M? How many horizontal parts? 1 and 2. So M is also 2. Whole divided by 2. 2 cancel. 2 into 3, 6 is left. Do you understand? The same of this type. The same of this type. 1, 2, 3, and 4 vertical parts. So N is 4, N plus 1 is 5. Okay. How many horizontal? 1, 2, and 3. So M is 3. Whole divided by 2. That gives you the number of triangles. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.